I can tell you that I'm saddened. I can tell you that I'm disappointed. But again, God has put me in a different path, and that path is going to entail for me to.
In the public eye, Jeezy and Jeannie Mai's relationship seems like a perfect blend of two worlds, his grounded Southern roots and her vibrant Vietnamese heritage. However, behind the smiles and shared experiences, differences that seemed trivial to outsiders began to loom large, from cultural clashes to personal struggles. Let's start the video to find out the truth about the differences that nearly derailed their relationship. Jeannie and Freddie's marriage began in 2007, a union that, at first, seemed promising. However, by 2017, their relationship had unraveled, leading to a separation after a decade together. The split was deeply personal and complex, with one of the core issues being Jeannie's reluctance to have children. This hesitation was rooted in her own traumatic childhood experiences, which left her grappling with the decision to start a family. The emotional weight of this past trauma made it difficult for Jeannie to envision motherhood, and this discord contributed significantly to their marital breakdown. Following the divorce, Jeannie faced the financial strain of paying alimony to Freddie, who quickly moved on and started a new life with his subsequent wife, Lindsay Toole. The alimony payments, a stark reminder of her failed marriage, became a topic of discussion on social media and television. During an episode of The Real, Jeannie spoke candidly about her experience, stating that the necessity of paying alimony was a hard-earned lesson in self-reliance. She reflected on how the situation forced her to prioritize her own well-being and learn to fend for herself, a sentiment she shared widely on Instagram. This revelation, however, did not go unnoticed by Lindsay Toole. Lindsay took to Instagram to respond to Jeannie's comments with a pointed retort. She accused Jeannie of being self-centered and of fabricating stories for attention. Lindsay's message underscored her frustration with what she perceived as Jeannie's ongoing focus on her own grievances, rather than moving forward. Lindsay's comments highlighted a sense of disdain and a clear indication that she was not pleased with Jeannie's public airing of their personal history. Her social media post implied that Jeannie's preoccupation with herself and the narrative she was crafting was disruptive and unnecessary. Lindsay also made a cutting remark about Jeannie's alimony payments, suggesting that Jeannie was perhaps still focused on financial issues despite the separation. In the aftermath of her divorce, Jeannie's personal life took another turn. Her mother, Mama Mai, moved in with her, creating an additional layer of complexity. Jeannie revealed to Entertainment Tonight that having her mother in the same household while trying to date was particularly challenging. Mama Mai's pervasive presence and inquisitive nature made dating awkward for Jeannie, who found it difficult to navigate her romantic life with her mother closely observing. This situation, while adding a personal strain, reflected broader cultural norms. The arrangement was not unusual in Vietnamese culture, where family ties are deeply valued, and it is common for multiple generations to live together. According to the Cultural Atlas website, in Vietnam, family is central to one's life, and the tradition of cohabitation across generations is prevalent. This cultural backdrop sheds light on why Jeannie, despite her personal challenges, chose to maintain this family arrangement. It underscores the cultural significance of familial bonds and the expectation that family members support each other, even in difficult times. On their Postpartum Anxiety YouTube channel, Jeannie and Jeezy have shared an intimate look into their relationship, including their efforts to understand and embrace each other's backgrounds. They spent a significant amount of time delving into each other's cultures and childhood experiences, which played a crucial role in strengthening their bond. One of their early outings together was particularly memorable. Jeezy took Jeannie on a visit to his hometown of Hawkinsville. This trip was more than just a tour. It was an introduction to the people and places that had shaped his life. Jeannie had the opportunity to meet Jeezy's family and friends, gaining insight into his upbringing and the community that had influenced him. This gesture was important for both of them, as it set the stage for their growing relationship by allowing Jeannie to understand where Jeezy came from and to connect with the significant people in his life. As their relationship deepened, they planned a special trip to celebrate their first Christmas together in December 2019. They had decided to travel to Vietnam so Jeezy could immerse himself in Jeannie's cultural heritage. This trip was meant to be a profound experience for Jeezy, offering him the chance to experience firsthand the country and traditions that were integral to Jeannie's identity. The trip also symbolized their commitment to blending their lives and honoring each other's backgrounds. Unfortunately, their plans were thwarted by the global outbreak of COVID-19, which had begun to spread rapidly across Asia by the end of 2019. With the pandemic's escalation, they were forced to cancel their much-anticipated vacation. The rising health concerns and travel restrictions made it impossible to proceed with their travel plans, adding a layer of disappointment to their holiday season. Despite this setback, Jeezy had a special plan for proposing to Jeannie. He had envisioned a romantic proposal in Vietnam, surrounded by the sights and sounds of Jeannie's culture. However, with the trip off the table, Jeezy adapted his plan to the circumstances. In March 2020, he proposed to Jeannie in the comfort of their home. He recreated the ambiance of Vietnam within their living space, striving to bring a piece of Jeannie's world to their domestic setting. This thoughtful gesture allowed them to celebrate their engagement in a way that honored their shared experiences and the cultural journey they had embarked on together, even if they couldn't be in Vietnam as originally planned. In February 2021, Jeezy faced a profound personal loss when his mother passed away. Her death was a pivotal moment for him, one that prompted deep reflection on the fleeting nature of life. Grieving the loss of his mother, Jeezy and Jeannie came to a poignant realization. Life is unpredictable and the future is uncertain. The profound sorrow they felt, combined with the pressing awareness of life's impermanence, catalyzed a decision that was both spontaneous and deeply significant. Amid their mourning, Jeezy and Jeannie chose to embrace the present and make a commitment to each other with a sense of urgency. They decided to expedite their wedding plans, driven by the realization that tomorrow is never guaranteed. This decision was not just about honoring their love, but also about seizing the moment in the wake of such a profound loss. Their wedding, which might have seemed hasty to some, was a meaningful declaration of their commitment to each other, set against the backdrop of their shared grief and newfound appreciation for the present. In March 2021, Jeezy and Jeannie exchanged vows in a ceremony that marked a significant transition in their lives. The wedding, though deeply meaningful, did not afford them the luxury of time to revel in their newlywed status for long. Within less than a year of their marriage, in January 2022, they welcomed their first child together, a daughter named Monaco. The arrival of Monaco was a moment of immense joy and a new chapter in their lives, but it came quickly on the heels of their marriage, leaving little time for the traditional period of adjustment that many couples enjoy. In May 2022, Jeannie opened up to People magazine about the profound challenges she faced during the early days of motherhood. While she described the experience of becoming a mother as a source of immense joy, she also revealed that she was grappling with severe postpartum anxiety. The intense emotional and psychological strain was compounded by the isolation she felt during the first month of her daughter Monaco's life. Due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, Jeannie found herself at home with Monaco every day, largely alone. Her decision to limit visitors was driven by a desire to protect her newborn daughter from potential exposure to the virus. This isolation, however, left Jeannie feeling even more isolated and overwhelmed as she navigated the demands of new motherhood without the support of a broader social network. Compounding her difficulties was Jeezy's frequent absence. According to Jeannie, Jeezy was often away, engaged in activities related to his career and personal pursuits. His absence during such a critical period in their lives was a source of strain for Jeannie, who had hoped for more support from her partner during this challenging time. She candidly noted that while Jeezy was preoccupied with his own endeavors, she was left to manage the demands of new motherhood largely on her own. By June 2022, the situation had evolved but not necessarily improved. Jeezy was on tour, and Jeannie, along with their daughter Monaco and Jeannie's brother Dennis, was in Boston. Jeannie had traveled to the city for a project she was working on, while Jeezy continued his touring schedule. In a YouTube video, Jeannie shared that they had been in Boston for the past month, a period during which Jeezy was away on multiple tours and traveling. During this time, Jeezy made efforts to stay connected with his daughter through daily FaceTime calls. However, Jeannie expressed that virtual interactions, while meaningful, were no substitute for physical presence and real-life engagement. The challenges of managing a newborn and adjusting to motherhood were made even more difficult by the absence of her partner, who was away on tour and involved in other professional commitments. In November 2022, Jeannie took to YouTube to share a personal glimpse into a family visit that highlighted both the joys and complexities of her life. The video showcased her journey to Augusta, Georgia, where she went to visit Jeezy's father and his wife. What stood out in this video was not just the warmth of the family reunion, but the notable absence of Jeezy himself. Jeannie traveled to Augusta with a small entourage that included her baby daughter, Monaco, her brother, Dennis, and 2 additional members of her team. This trip, which might have seemed like a routine family visit, was imbued with significance given the context of Jeezy's frequent absences. The fact that Jeezy wasn't present for this family gathering was a notable detail that drew attention from viewers and followers. Throughout the video, Jeannie appears genuinely at ease and happy as she interacts with Jeezy's father and his wife. The footage captures tender moments of Monaco bonding with her grandparents and extended family members, highlighting the strong connections forming between her and her father's side of the family. The warmth of the familial setting is palpable, and Jeannie's comfort with her in-laws is evident. She navigates the visit with a sense of ease and familiarity, which underscores the positive relationship she has with Jeezy's family. Despite the pleasant atmosphere and the evident joy of the visit, the video also subtly underscores a lingering issue: Jeezy's continued absence. The fact that he did not accompany Jeannie on this trip, despite it being a significant family occasion, reinforces the ongoing challenges in balancing his professional commitments with family life. For many viewers, it raised questions about the prioritization of family time and the impact of Jeezy's busy schedule on their relationship. In the unfolding narrative of Jeannie and Jeezy's relationship, their dynamic during the times Jeezy was at home added another layer of complexity. According to Jeannie, when Jeezy did manage to spend time at home, the atmosphere between them was often tense and distant. In a candid YouTube video, she revealed that the interactions with Jeezy could become particularly strained. She described a scenario where, if she did not engage with him in a specific manner, he would become emotionally cold and distant. Jeannie shared that Jeezy would act as if she did not exist, a behavior that she found particularly difficult to handle. This description of Jeezy's behavior paints a picture of a man who, despite his public persona, exhibited significant emotional sensitivity and a tendency towards withdrawal when his needs or expectations were not met. Jeannie's comments suggest that Jeezy's reactions could be abrupt and intense, resulting in a strained home environment when their interactions were not harmonious. This sensitivity, as she described, contributed to a pattern where the warmth of their relationship could quickly turn into a frigid silence. The situation seemed to escalate as time went on. By May 2023, Jeannie and Jeezy finally embarked on the trip to Vietnam that had been planned for December 2019 but was postponed due to rising COVID-19 cases. However, by this point, the enthusiasm for the trip seemed to have waned, particularly for Jeezy. Jeannie revealed in another YouTube video that she had to compel Jeezy to take 3 weeks off from his work commitments to make the trip possible. Her remarks suggested that Jeezy was not initially eager to participate in the vacation, adding to the perception that his engagement in their relationship and shared experiences had diminished. In the wake of their long-anticipated trip to Vietnam, which was meant to be a chance for Jeannie and Jeezy to reconnect and rejuvenate their relationship, the couple faced a significant and unexpected turn. Less than a month after returning from their trip, Jeezy took a decisive step in their relationship's trajectory by signing the divorce paperwork. He publicly announced their separation, stating that their marriage was irretrievably broken and beyond the possibility of reconciliation. This declaration marked a stark contrast to the hopeful expectations that might have accompanied their return from the trip. Interestingly, while Jeezy signed the divorce papers, he did not immediately file them. Despite this delay, the fact that he had taken the step to sign them indicated that his decision to end the marriage was resolute. The timing and nature of this decision added to the complexity of their separation, suggesting that the issues between them had reached a point where reconciliation seemed implausible. In August 2023, Jeezy released a memoir that quickly gained widespread acclaim, eventually becoming a New York Times bestseller. The book, which details his journey of overcoming significant challenges and transforming his life, is a testament to his personal and professional evolution. For those interested, the memoir is linked in the description box, offering insights into Jeezy's life and career. However, the release of the memoir also brought to light a notable omission. Despite the memoir's focus on Jeezy's transformative journey and his accomplishments, there was a conspicuous absence of any mention of his marriage to Jeannie or their daughter, Monaco. Even though Jeezy began writing parts of the book during his time with Jeannie, the memoir contained no references to her name, nor was there any acknowledgement of their child. The acknowledgement section of the book, written in the third person, included thanks to various individuals and entities, such as the streets, God, his family, his day ones, and every DJ who ever played his records. The omission of Jeannie and Monaco from these acknowledgments was striking and pointed to a broader narrative about the dissolution of their relationship. The absence of any mention of Jeannie, particularly in a book that covers such personal aspects of Jeezy's life, suggested that their relationship was either intentionally excluded or viewed as a part of his past that he chose not to integrate into his public narrative. On September 14, 2023, Jeezy took the formal step of filing for divorce, officially ending his marriage to Jeannie. This action sent shockwaves through social media, sparking a flurry of speculation and curiosity about the reasons behind their separation. The public's reaction was swift and intense, with social media users and online commentators diving deep into every available detail to piece together the story behind the breakup. Their relentless pursuit of answers led to a whirlwind of rumors and theories. Just a day before filing for divorce, Jeezy had posted a cryptic message on Instagram that seemed to reflect his mindset during this tumultuous period. In his caption, he wrote, "Too focused on who I'm becoming to focus on who's not coming with me." This post was interpreted by many as an indirect commentary on his decision to move forward with the divorce and his focus on personal growth and future endeavors rather than dwelling on past relationships. The internet buzzed with theories and speculations, and among the most sensational rumors was a claim that Jeannie was involved in an affair with TV personality Mario Lopez. The rumor gained traction, fueled by the public's fascination with high-profile relationships and scandals. Mario Lopez, known for his charm and presence on television, became an unlikely focal point in the narrative surrounding Jeannie's personal life. However, sources close to Jeannie were quick to dismiss these rumors, categorically stating that the allegations were false and unfounded. The speculation surrounding Lopez was nothing more than a distraction from the underlying issues of the relationship. In addition to the rumors, there were various conjectures about the reasons behind the split. Social media sleuths, playing the role of modern-day Inspector Gadget, scoured through past interactions, public statements, and any available footage to uncover clues about what might have led to the separation. This amateur investigation led to an array of theories, ranging from personal disagreements to deeper incompatibilities. The timing of Jeezy's decision to file for divorce, combined with his reflective Instagram post, suggested a period of significant personal reckoning. The captions focus on his own evolution, and the notion of moving forward without considering those who do not share his path implied that Jeezy had reached a point where he felt it was necessary to end the marriage in order to pursue his own personal and professional goals. According to a source who spoke to Entertainment Tonight, one of the central issues contributing to the split between Jeezy and Jeannie was their differing views on family values and expectations. The source indicated that these differences were significant enough to create a rift in their relationship. Both Jeezy and Jeannie felt that their individual needs were not being fully addressed, which compounded the strain on their marriage. While the exact nature of the disagreements that led to their separation remains unclear, Jeannie has shared some personal anecdotes that provide insight into the challenges they faced. During an episode of The Real, Jeannie recounted an incident involving her mother, Mama Mai, which sheds light on some of the domestic tensions between them. Jeannie revealed that before she gave birth to their daughter, Mama Mai made an unexpected visit to town. At the time, Jeannie was not at home, so Jeezy took on the responsibility of picking up her mother from the airport. Jeannie's recounting of the event highlighted a moment of friction. Jeezy reportedly called her to inquire about the duration of Mama Mai's stay, noting that she had arrived with a substantial amount of luggage: 5 suitcases, 4 hat boxes, 3 wigs, and a significant number of shoes. The volume of Mama Mai's belongings led to logistical issues, as she reportedly filled up Jeezy's closet with her items. Jeannie's account of the incident involving Mama Mai's unexpected visit offers a revealing glimpse into the complexities of blending cultural differences within a marriage. Jeannie, reflecting on the situation, shared how she was caught off guard by the length of her mother's stay. In Asian culture, family members often stay indefinitely, operating under the assumption that their visit will last as long as they desire. This expectation clashed with Jeezy's approach to household privacy and space, reflecting a deeper cultural divide that contributed to their marital strain. Jeannie humorously recounted how Jeezy, who was used to a more private and secluded lifestyle, struggled with having a large presence in his home. The presence of Mama Mai, with her considerable amount of luggage and personal belongings, presented a challenge that went beyond mere inconvenience. Jeezy, accustomed to having his space and personal time uninterrupted, found himself in an uncomfortable situation. This adjustment highlighted a fundamental difference in their expectations and cultural norms regarding family and hospitality. Recognizing the potential for conflict, Jeannie realized that a conversation was necessary to bridge the gap between her mother's cultural expectations and Jeezy's need for personal space. She had to negotiate with her mom to ensure that Jeezy felt respected and that his concerns were addressed. Furthermore, Jeannie understood the importance of Jeezy asserting his role as the head of the household in this situation. She facilitated a conversation between Jeezy and Mama Mai, ensuring that Jeezy could voice his feelings and establish boundaries. Jeannie's recounting of the situation with a sense of humor underscores the challenges they faced in managing cultural differences within their relationship. While she laughed about the story, it's clear that Jeezy's experience was likely far from amusing. The scenario of dealing with an unexpected influx of family members and their belongings invading personal space would have been a significant adjustment for anyone, especially someone who values their privacy. What do you think about the reason why Jeezy and Jeannie Mai divorced? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this, and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.